Good morning, Southern California, AM 1220 KHTS. Host Fred Arnold on the Valley Industry Association Business Spotlight, joined by my friend George Hartman. George Hartman's a principal at Prime National Credit Repair. Welcome to the show.
Thanks a lot.
And you brought Samira?
Samira's here.
Yeah, Samira, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
This is Samira's first TV show, so we might ask her a question or two, and she'll know the answer, but we're certainly going to introduce you. But you've been on the show many times.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
Yep. Well, Prime National Credit, what is it?
You know, we're a 17-year-old credit repair company located in Glendale. We've been doing this a long time, and, you know, we've got a proprietary software that does submissions, and we're known for a 40-day turn time, so we're really cranking them out.
Yeah, I know you helped a client of mine at one point really improve his score. I don't remember the amount, but it was dramatic and it was quick.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, with the way that they know how to do things, and as long as they've been doing it, they know exactly what to do and how to do it. And with the software, it's brought the cost way down too.
Yeah. So tell me about the software.
Well, because of all the intricacies of credit repair and knowing exactly what to look for in each individual debt that's on that credit report, that we could find the loopholes or what's going on with it, was it reported correctly, and be able to remove those, unlike just trying to dispute it yourself.
Yeah. How long does the process typically take? I mean, it's quick, but when should you start seeing notices back from the credit bureaus that here's what our findings are?
Well, we're averaging under a 40-day turn time. So it's 24 hours for me to turn a report and submit it to our corporate office. They have 5 days to prepare the order for the bureaus, which gives the client time to mail their package in. And then the bureaus have exactly 30 days to respond to those disputes. So it's about 40 days.
Okay. And let's talk about what are you finding? Because, look, you can't get accurate information removed. However, there's always something inaccurate on an item. Even if it's been late, there's some inaccuracy about it. Collection account is not going to be perfect.
Yeah, and especially with collection accounts, because by law it actually has to be verified by the original creditor. So a lot of times they don't get those verifications back, and you know that's where a lot of those get removed.
And one of the unfortunate things about collections, and medical we don't worry about as much in the mortgage industry, but it does lower your score. But we don't worry about the actual collection of that money, is a lot of times consumers didn't even know that there was a bill out there because it was submitted to the insurance company. They get it, they turn to the insurance company, and nothing happens with it.
Yeah, especially insurance bills, because of the late pay, you know, the insurance company paying late and the misreporting of that late payment. We get a lot of removals on those, and you know, it's hit or miss, you know, but the credit repair process, and I call it a process that starts with repair, and then we do a lot of consulting as well on what they can continue to do to raise those scores back.
And I think that's really important. I know we don't have a lot of time, but just let's throw some things out there. You and I are pretty quick on our feet. Paying down debt, but not necessarily off, right? To 25% of what it's owed?
Yeah, you know, 50% is a good number to make sure it's under 50, but if it's under 30, that's going to really help your scores a lot.
And that's limit versus
what the balance is. Yeah, and if you have open cards, people think that if they pay them off, that it's better to close them, and it's actually better to just leave them open.
Because?
They have more buying power, and it brings the scores down.
Got it. I think that's really important. Also, sometimes you just call your creditor and ask them to remove a late if for some reason you have a good reason?
Yeah, very much so. I mean, there's a lot of times I'll get a report and there's no reason for us to do a full repair process, and I give them guidance on what they can do on their own, you know, to get that 30-day laid off, especially if it's only one and they've had the account for a long period of time.
Is it true that when you go and open up that what you think is a department store card is sometimes with a finance company and it affects your credit differently than if you were to go into a local bank and get a credit card?
Yeah, it really does. And if you're opening up new accounts, you could see a drop in your scores for up to 90 days before it actually starts to, you know, come back up again.
So you might save $15 on buying something at the mall.
Yeah, and it might
lower your score.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
if you lower your score from one to another, you could very well be paying an 8% higher on a mortgage for the next 30 years.
Yeah, and you know, one other thing too is, you know, keep a credit card, check with your car insurance and your auto insurance, you know, health insurance, and raise your deductibles and keep a card to be able to cover those deductibles. It'll save you money on a monthly basis.
Yeah, that's smart. Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Usually, what's the cost?
You know, we have a great agreement with all of our referral sources, like yourself, and the cost is $595 for everybody that's referred to us, especially, you know, through our mortgage and real estate affiliates.
Great. And tell me about your realtors. with your open house program.
You know,
helping realtors.
yeah, we came up with a great open house program. You know, a lot of people that come through your open house that say just looking, well, they're not really just looking. But they might not want to explain that they have some issues with their credit. And we've got a great program with just a flyer that you hand a client on their way out the door. It's very non-offensive. And clients call me right from the car. And so the greatest one is we've closed one of those just looking in 63 days and actually handed them the keys to their house.
And that's great because you're just looking, but you're obviously interested in buying.
That's right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Samira, what do you think?
I think that it's a good process, it's quick, and it's easy for our clients.
Yeah. And that's what's critical, and that's what's really important, because people want to have their credit right. So thanks for coming in. George Hartman, 805-432-6772. Call American Family Funding. We'll refer you to them. George Hartman, Samira, thanks for coming in.
Thanks a lot for having us.
From Prime National Credit. Hope you enjoyed this edition of the Santa Clarita Valley Industry Association Business Spotlight. The show's Fred Arnold. See us online, hometownstation.com. Until we talk again, make it a great day. Bye-bye.